Yo, 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 what's up? It's your boy Mike the Dome once again, coming at you straight from DR. It's been so many news and contacts with old friends from back in the days in the last, what, 2 weeks that I've been amazed. I had to do this episode because the podcast is on 50% level of obtaining its first, might call it what, goal, which is to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of playtime. We're up to 1,970 hours of playtime, and we're up to, let me see, 480, if I'm not mistaken, 482. We need 18 more to reach 500 subscribers, but we need 1,000. And we're gonna keep coming at you with more content for you guys that like hearing stories and interviews of homies from back in the days. And yesterday, I had a visit from my boy from New York. He was one of my closest friends' older brother back in the 70s, 80s. He was an original Royal Playboy. They called him Scarface Henry. That was like the first person I knew that had done time at Spofford for whatever. I don't want to get into details, but I was very happy, to receive a call from a friend of his that went to Cologne's boxing gym. You remember Cologne's on 163rd, right? Look at who called me. Check that picture out. If you recognize that man in the middle of the picture, you're a true OG from back in the days in Washington Heights. If not, look it up. I'm not even gonna mention his name. Maybe somebody will mention his name in the box of comments, but I don't want to get into that. I was talking to him yesterday about getting an interview for him, and he freaked out because he innocently he gave an interviews to I think it was to the New York Times, and they twisted that all up, and I was like, damn. So he don't even want to be mentioned. So I respect that, even though he got his social network and stuff like that, but he's into gym and stuff like that, helping people out, and you know, let's leave it at that. Let's let that man live the rest of his life in peace. But the reason I want to do this segment is because one of my last interview, not the one with Sabrina, but the one with Lex from Dykeman, we spoke about the basketball court on Dykeman, which is on the other side of the train in the projects, and then we spoke about the marina. I have never seen the marina because I've been deported, since 1993. Even though I went back, in 93, 94, and, wanted to like start hustling again, I gave that up, came to DR, and whatever papers I had or anything that gave me access to go back, I burnt that shit. I said, man, listen, I don't want to do no life because I would have been already a persistent. You got a felon, you got a predicate, and you got a persistent. When you're persistent, they consider you a professional criminal. So I was like, let me get out of here. I went to college. I went to broadcasting school. I went to technical school for TV production. I went to a seminar. Man, believe me, I changed my life around. I do this podcast because I'm a broadcaster and I had a TV program down here. There was no money, so I left that alone. and I had a radio program too. YouTube is free. I don't need to pay rent. All I needed to do was buy me a camera, get me some mics, and my sound system, and I'm legit. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, YouTube is gonna start paying the Heights podcast for uploading videos because they're gonna place publicity. That's what I'm aiming for, to bring the good interviews. Because if I do it now, it's gonna be for what? To get people to comment, and that, I want YouTube paying me for entertaining their users. So anyway, in this interview that we spoke about the marina, and I had never seen it or anything like that, I have heard, about it, but I have never even seen a picture. So after the interview, one of my homeboys, Mikey from 173rd, he's I don't know if he's retired or what. I think he's a security guard or something like that. He works security. Calls me. No, he actually wrote to me via WhatsApp, and he tells me, "Yo, Mike, I'm surprised you didn't know that we were actually the people that opened up the marina." And I was like, "What you mean, we?" He says, "Yeah, man. I thought you knew that Kev and his brother were the ones that, opened that up and had that original idea." And I was like, "Kev? You mean white boy Kevin from 164? He said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here." Really? He says, "Yeah, man. I was a bartender there for a while." And I was like, "Oh shit. Yo, white boy Kevin is, we didn't have that much, we didn't mingle too much, because I met him when I came home from upstate in '88. He was working with Allen and Core and them, and he was working legit, and he was good with the numbers. And I remember when I met him, I told him something that I had actually forgotten. And I got in contact with him recently, and he told me that. I'm gonna bring that up in a little bit. The thing is that he tells me this, and I'm like, whoa, yo, get me his number, because the last time, or the last thing that I remember him doing for me, I remember I had to leave New York on the run, and that's when I decided to never go back and stuff like that. And the person that said, "Yo, Mike, look, man, you already," what? I was like, we talking about 94. I was already 29, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me, listen, you're not really, doing anything of importance. So if you want, man, I could take you to the airport right now and you could give this up. Look at that. Look at what this kid, because he was a kid, he a couple of years younger than me. And I was like, "Man, but right now I don't got no money." He said, "Listen, man, here." He went into his stash, he pulled out, I don't remember exactly, but I know it was more than $1,000. And he took me to Newark Airport. No luggage, no nothing. And I left. And I've been here ever since. I think if I went back, I never saw him again. If I went back, I never saw him again. The deal is that that's the last time I remember ever speaking to Kevin. He took me to the airport, Newark Airport, with his girlfriend at the time, 1994. Since 1994, I have forgotten about him until now that Mikey mentions him. So I said, yo, give me his number, man, because I need to speak to him and give him thanks for, for getting me out of a predicament back in the days. And he sent me his number. I called him. We spoke for a while. He ran down the history of everything, how the marina came about, and and I said, damn, bro, I need to interview you because the Heights podcast needs to hear this story from the original innovator, from the original founder of this. I'm just gonna mention that he grew up around the marina because his pops had a boat that he docked it there, so they knew the surroundings. So when they came up with that idea, his brother, who was actually a retired policeman, got the permit from Parks and Recreation, and they turned that into something, never before seen uptown Manhattan. After that, I seen a few pictures, and I was like, whoa, let's get you on an interview. We're going to do this via Zoom or call you or whatever. He said, actually, I'm coming down to DR. My wife is Dominican. She's got to take care of some business, and I'm going to take advantage and come see you, man, give you a hug, drink a cup of coffee, and we could do this podcast, live. And I was like, even better. Because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would like to hear the story of how it came about, what brought it down. And, I wanted to come from him because I seen a comment that somebody made in the interview we did with Lex from the Trinitarios. And I was like, really? I don't know the details. I don't know what happened, but he was mentioning, why the marina came down. So I would like to hear this from the creator himself. I was very happy. He lives in Jersey now, I think. He's into cannabis now. He got a legal, it's legit now. So I seen him on this podcast, I think the Pizza Guy, something like that. I'm gonna put the link if YouTube permits, because I'm still not 1,000 subscribers strong. So I don't know if they permit for me to post a link on the description of this interview so you could see his story concerning that business he's in, and he calls it White Boy Kev. he be dealing with haze. I don't know nothing about that, man, because when I was out there, I was into Buddha and Thai stick and stuff like that. So I don't know all these names that they got now for cannabis. You know what I'm saying? But I was very happy to speak to him. We're gonna be expecting for him to come to DR in this month. If not this month, we're gonna do something via Zoom for the subscribers in the Heights podcast. And I want to say thanks to all the new people that have subscribed, all the people that are commenting and liking the posts that we be uploading. And help us out, man. You can help us out by hitting the like button, by commenting, by sharing, and telling your people to subscribe. We need 518 more people so this channel could come up with some better interviews and more content speaking about Washington Heights. You know what I'm saying? Anything that deals with Washington Heights, from the gangs to the time of all that criminal activity, from the baseball that was played. There was a lot of baseball players that that played and came out of George Washington High School, like Rock Carew, Manny Cruz. We're gonna be throwing at you anything that went down on the Heights. We're gonna be uploading shorts I told, some of the triple OGs, I said, yo, send me shorts from walking inside the bodega so we could upload it to the channel because people enjoy those shorts too. So I want to say thanks to all the new subscribers, and we're going to have more content coming at you pretty soon. Wait for that interview with White Boy Kev. We're going to talk about the beginnings, the fall, and we're going to talk a little bit about his new business with this White Boy Kev cannabis. So, like I always do, I would like to mention again to subscribe to the channel, The Heights Podcast, hit that like button, and comment. That's the best thing you could do to help us out. Besides that, I would just like to say, peace. Be blessed.